Good morning, friends. If you've ever hit snooze one too many times, this episode's for you. I know for me, I'll set an alarm for 5:15. Next thing you know, 8 minutes, 8 minutes, 8 minutes, 8 minutes. Now it's 6:30 and I'm like scrambling around. You're listening to Srsly, the Claudia Project, your daily morning show where we talk motivation, lifestyle, and what it really looks like to show up for yourself. Welcome back. Again, we are going to be talking today about what it really means to show up for yourself in the time piece of the day and how to stop hitting that snooze button so that you can actually own your day. Why does this matter? So discipline is about designing systems, not about creating willpower, which we all know at this point, very, very fake. There are 4 tangible steps that you can use to really make sure that you are making the most of your time and your day and stopping yourself from hitting that snooze button, which I know all of us can get kind of trapped into doing. So tip number 1, habit stack. We're going to be pairing new tips and tricks together. For example, you wake up, brush your teeth, you wash your face, maybe you take a shower after that. And I say shower and washing your face separately because as a person who does facials for a living, is that an esthetician? I need to think about this, but we'll go with esthetician for now. A facial doctor, if you will, told me that the temperature in the shower and what you want to be putting on your face is different, so you have to separate those tasks. Anyway, habit stacking them together so that you have exactly what you're going to do in order and you don't have to think about it. That will take the guessing out of what you're really trying to do, helping you create better habits, more discipline, and really routine building around what you're doing, right? Number 2, prepping at night. So this is something I had to really start taking control of. I was someone who would come home, do all the work I needed to do, and then spend the last 2.5 hours of my evening, sometimes 3 or 4 if I'm staying up late, just wallowing on the sofa, not in a sad way, but just leaning into my sofa, really laying down, going crazy, if you will, but not resting, just up, scrolling on Instagram, watching TV shows, and then I would wake up the next day late because I'm not prepared, running around, trying to answer a bunch of things that there's no reason I should be using brain power for at the start of my day. And so what I've had to start doing is before I let myself sit on the sofa, I try to do as many things as possible. So the way that I've habit stacked is the first thing that starts my evening is making sure that everything I need to do for social media is done. Then I wash the dishes. Then I put out my clothes for the next day and then brush my teeth, floss, wash my face in the sink. And then I'll let myself sit on the sofa for 30 minutes, usually at that point, because I'm trying to go to sleep a little earlier. So really creating a night routine that takes the stress out of your next day, picking your outfit out the night before, but not just picking it out, but take 5 extra seconds, put the clothes on, make sure you feel good in them, because what you don't want to do is take the time the night before, pick out an outfit, and then the next day you're like, oh, I don't want to wear that. So making sure that the clothes that you're picking actually is helpful. Night routine, I'm telling you, it has changed the way that my mornings look. And then if I do snooze, I know there are some things that I can take out of my habits or take out of my next day. You know what I mean? So think about that. Number 3. Micro consistency. I want you to start small. Don't add a million things to your list of things you're going to do. So we talk about this on my TikToks, and make sure you guys are following me on all the other social media platforms. But it doesn't make any sense if you haven't had the time. Let's use something like reading. You want to start reading every single day. Cool. Start with 5 minutes to read for yourself. Maybe that's something that you can definitely read for 5 minutes every single day. Or even smaller than that if you haven't been consistent with yourself on anything. Lay the book next to the bed. That way you don't have to look for it. It's always right there. And before you go to sleep, you read 1 page every single night. 1 page will turn into 2, 2 will turn into 3, then it'll turn into 1 chapter, and then soon you'll be like me, and you'll have to be like, hey, I got to put this book down. I got other things I need to do, like go to bed. But starting really small and taking those micro consistency habits, because you will start to feel like a winner when you're doing them. And it's not this big thing taking over your life. So you can really lean in, which will make it even that much better. And number 4, we're going to anchor our rituals. So anchor them with things that you already enjoy doing. Play your playlist while you wash the dishes, while you go through your night routine. Have a night routine playlist. So when you push play, You already know exactly what's going to happen, and you can like turn it into something that you look forward to at the end of the night. I know people who have tea before they go to bed, and it's something that they look forward to. And so they do their entire night routine while sipping on their tea, going to bed, turning it into like almost a wellness experience and not just like a checklist of things you have to do. So let us go through these. What do we have? Our 4 tangible steps are: number 1, habit stacking; 2, nightly prep; 3, micro consistency; and then number 4 is anchoring them into rituals so that they feel really good to be doing. The contrast of all of this is that we're going to take something that could be very chaotic, aka your mornings, getting up, getting going, and like making sure that it doesn't feel that way, because now you have an idea of exactly what you want it to look like. How you can make this happen is, before you get into your 4 tangible steps, you need to write down, like, what do I want my mornings to feel like? What do they feel like right now? What time do I need to get up? Like, what is the last moment that I have before it turns into chaos in my house? Like for me, I know I just said this to my girlfriend, it's so interesting. If I know that if I'm not going to bed early enough, then I know the latest I can get up on not practice days is 6:45 that's like the latest where it's not going to be chaotic. 7 if I'm like, now I'm pushing it, because I like to leave at 7:45. So now it's a lot of stuff that has to happen really, really quick. But because of that night routine, I know that I can knock some of those things out. So laying out exactly what your schedule looks like, what time you need to leave in the morning, how long it takes you to do things realistically, not like if I take the fastest shower in the history of life, I can make this work, but writing it down so that you have something, really to do. I know that this is the first time we're kind of trying these segments like this in our morning show. So moving into our next segment, we have the SRSLY segment. So I'm going to give you tips every single day on how to glow up in 90 seconds. And the one we are doing today is the 5-second rule. So this is something that I think a lot of people think about, but it was made like hip and cool by Mel Robbins. If you haven't checked her out, you totally should. But it is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And so you're going to count down from 5 all the way to 1. And as soon as you get to 1, you're not going to think, you're just going to do. So when that alarm goes off, whatever you've set it for, you're going to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're going to get up. You're not going to snooze, because it creates like a really terrible habit and it's really hard to break. So you need to get used to, like, 1, setting a time that you actually want to get up and that you need to get up, and acknowledging that you made the time and that you need to hold yourself accountable to do it. But the countdown makes you feel good. So alarm goes off, beep, beep, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you get up immediately. Don't let yourself think about anything else. There's dishes in the sink, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm going to go wash them. And like knocking things out, that little bit of training will help change exactly what you're doing. And I think if you start thinking about it like that and not giving yourself time to do something else, then it will be super helpful. For me, I'm going to be using it to study. I'm setting the alarm, I'm going to make the time for studying, and then I'm going to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm going to do it. I always feel better after I do the thing that I'm trying to procrastinate on. I've never like set my alarm, gotten up when I'm supposed to, had plenty of time to do all the things that I like to get done in the morning, and felt like, wow, what a waste of my time that was. So use this to help glow up throughout your day. And you can do this with anything. It doesn't have to just be waking up in the morning, washing dishes. This could be going to that gym class, putting on those gym clothes. It could be answering emails at work, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm just going to do the hard thing and make sure that it gets done. That way you can keep going on. Now, the next segment that we'll be doing every week is Atlanta in real life. Well, every week. We'll be doing it every single day. So every day we'll be focusing on a different thing in Atlanta. Sometimes it'll be workout classes. Sometimes it'll be restaurants, things going on in the city. Sometimes we'll scope it out if there's like huge stuff happening in the world. So I'd love to hear from you on things you'd like me to talk about. If there's like family events you're looking for or like anything like that, leave comments down below. I'm happy to I'm happy to feature it, and let people know what you've got going on. But also, I'm excited to help you guys find things that you're actually looking for, comedy shows, that kind of thing, favorite restaurants. And today we are featuring for Atlanta in real life, Grnd Pilates. So Grnd Pilates is owned by a certified instructor. Her name's Jharde. We went to college together a million years ago. Not quite a million, we're not old, and she just recently got the keys to open up her own studio here in Atlanta. The location has not been announced, but you can find her on Grnd Pilates on Instagram. I'll definitely link all of her information below. I'm super excited for her. For over the last couple of years, I know for sure she's been doing pop-up classes around Atlanta at the Home Depot, like outside of, what do you call it? Falcon Stadium. What is that? Mercedes-Benz. So she's hosted events there. She has done like in the park and different classes. They always sell out. People are always talking about them. One of my line sisters, sorority sisters, loves and speaks so highly of her class. So we are super excited, and I definitely want people in Atlanta to make sure you guys go check it out when it does open. Right now, again, like I said, she just announced that she got the keys the other day. So you can catch her still for her, I'm reading it because I don't want to get it wrong. Her full body sculpt class is Saturday, September 13th at Rodney Cook Senior Park in the historic Vine City. So make sure you guys check it out. Go out and see her. We want to make sure that we're supporting these small business owners, because it's not easy to, one, get a space, and two, to bring Pilates to like our people with the music that you like to hear. So make sure that you support it fully, and that you give her a shout out and tell her who sent you, and make sure that you guys go check it out. And I'll definitely be going to take a class, so maybe we can meet each other there, because I think that will be amazing. Lastly, the last segment we'll be doing every day is a community moment. And so we'll be talking about one person in the comments, or someone who's kind of like inspired me for that day, and someone I think you should think about. And you always need to be finding reasons to be thankful. And so every day we'll be talking about someone, and that will be super stoking. No. And that will be fun. I mean, it's just going to be what it is. If you guys don't love this segment, let me know. But I love it, so we're going to be doing it. Anyway, today I'm giving a super shout out to my line sister, Queenie. So owns a business, Fit by Queen. Hold on, I want to tell you exactly what it's called. She is another person that you should definitely check out on all your social media platforms. Her Instagram name is warrior_queenbee. Again, I will link it down below. But she is a health and fitness coach, and we were just chatting today, and I'm giving her a shout out because it's so nice to talk to someone who, I'm not a health and fitness instructor by any means, but both of us are on social media, and she just sent me a text and said that she like saw what I was doing, which I really, really needed at the time. I was really in my head earlier today, especially as I make the transition on what seriously the Claudia Project kind of turns into, kind of morphing more into this morning show, still a podcast, but just morning show vibes. And so it was just really nice to hear from someone and say that they see all of the work that I'm doing, and I see all the work that she's doing. And so it was really great to hear from her. And so your challenge today from this community shout out is to reach out to someone who is inspiring you right now and making you like want to do better, or even just make an adjustment. Or even if it's not any of those things, you just see what they're doing and you're just like, damn, I think that's fire. And I think that you're killing it, and no one else could do it the way that you're doing. So Queenie, super shout out to you. Go check her out. She does online coaching, and she's also another fitness professional here in the Atlanta market. So she's also at the Home Depot home at Mercedes-Benz and doing pop-up shops. And so lots of things going on. But anyway, Queenie, love you, girl. Anywho, so there's another episode coming tomorrow. Again, we are pivoting into morning show vibes here at Srsly. So you guys let me know. We will continue to get better every single day and work out every single segment. But now you kind of know what it looks like. And I'm excited to keep bringing it to you every single morning to start your day. Hopefully with a cup of coffee, keeping it easy and bright and under 15 minutes so that you can move on with your day quickly. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and share with your friends. And seriously, this is the Claudia Project. See you tomorrow. Bye, guys.